Well, howdy, Pastor Mark Driscoll here at the Trinity Church in Scottsdale, Arizona, gearing up for our public launch. We're about 4 weeks away, launching August 7th right here in Scottsdale, 9 a.m. and 10:45. And if I'm a little sweaty, it's because we've been working really hard. We got this cool 50-year-old historic mid-century modern building. We were able to have our first informational meeting on the 50th anniversary Easter 1966, this building opened. It used to be a drive-in theater. Now that I think about it, let me share this with you. They used to park their cars next door and plug in the radio. And if you didn't want to come in and be in the same room as the pastor, you could listen to the sermon on the radio. And so we have been doing a lot of work. We've thrown away over a dozen semi-sized dumpsters. Thank you to everyone who's come in for the work parties. We have had hundreds of people put in a few thousand hours, and let me show you some of the progress we've made. So we started, first of all, renovating the offices, and they have made some great progress. If you were seeing this previously, it was very rough. And this gave us a place to be working from as we were pushing out, renovating the entire building and property. After 50 years, it needed a lot of work, but it's starting to come back to its former glory. Hey guys, my sons are here today hauling heavy things around. What's up, boys? And I'll take you out to see the kids ministry area. Behind us is an area that we call the backyard. And it's about a 7,000 square foot separate building for the kids. And so we got all of this work done. This is going to be a sand area for kids to play, and there'll be big bouncy houses once it cools down a little bit. Misters and a cool down zone for the little kids will go in there, all secured and gated, almost done. We had poured last week a big huge sport court so the kids can come out and play basketball. We donated, my boys did, a big huge dunk hoop so the kids can hang on that. This is kids ministry check-in area and some additional offices, finishing getting it all put together, and a fun little sign. One of the quirky things you find in an old building is lots of old signs. So I asked them to hang that one up today. We found that in storage. I'll take you over, show you the kids ministry space. It's going to be great. We've got 2 parking lots, one on that side, one on that side, can accommodate a couple hundred cars. We think when the building is all done that the main room, we'll have it set up to seat about 850. We should be able to get a few hundred children back here into the kids ministry space. And this was really rough. It's all freshly painted, new sidewalks down, all new paint and carpet in. Kids ministry space looks great. So we've got areas for the little kids, the toddlers and moms. It's set up so that you've got walkways outside. You can look in, see your kids, make sure everybody's okay, everything's safe, wide open concept, private bathrooms for the kids for safety, and this building just keeps going. As you can tell, we're putting the IKEA furniture together. Hey girls, I'm shooting a commercial. Our daughters are here. What, doing arts and crafts or setting up kids stuff? Arts and crafts. This as well will be an additional kids room. It's in the process of finishing paint. An additional kids room in here, additional private bathrooms for the kids, and then this will ultimately be a room for the much bigger kids, and that'll go out to the sport court so they can play like my 10-year-old son, Gideon. That would be where he will be with the other kids. Lots going on. We got about a month to go. God's been very gracious to provide some great volunteers, some generous donors, and some very hard workers. In Phoenix, it's about 110 degrees out, so everybody's working hard. We also had the building painted. Originally, 50 years ago, these were the colors for the period correct mid-century modern look. And so we recently had the entire building painted back to its original colors to preserve the historical integrity of the building. We think it looks great. And today, I'll show you what we're working on. Putting new glass windows in so we can get some natural light into the auditorium. We call it the living room. We call that the backyard. We are located right here off of East McDonald Road. If you take a right, you're right into Scottsdale. A lot of great shopping, nightlife, restaurants. If you take a left, you're literally at exit 45, the McDonald Road exit. We are right off the 101 here in Scottsdale. And I'm glad to announce we're able to purchase the building recently. And so now we are the owners of this great historic property. And as I said, 2 parking lots. And why don't you give them a shot at the building? It's really very unique, very Phoenix-esque, if you will, with the architecture, the old cross on the top. And there was a previous old cross that was on top that we've got a hole dug for. And we're going to put that right there kind of as a centerpiece and a showpiece for our grand opening on August 7th. I'll take you in, and if everything else looks nice, this part does not. This is the part that's underway and in process, and it is really rough, but it's going to be really awesome. You walk in, kind of a Jetson spaceship themed foyer. What's up, buddy? And then the main auditorium. We call this the living room. 4-inch poured concrete dome. It was poured in a day. And the acoustics, as you can tell, are really bad, so we've got a lot of acoustic treatment coming in. The architectural feature is that cool Smurftastic dome right in the center. And we have ripped up all the carpet. We have emptied out the room. New glass is going in to provide some natural light. And what will happen shortly is in the next few weeks, you'll see this room totally transformed. Carpet going down, a 4,000-pound wood arch is actually being hewn, I think in Oregon, and trucked out. It'll arrive next week. We've got the footings in place, and that will house and hold all of our sound, light, and video. Everyone will sit here in period correct, mid-century modern, Ames style poured fiberglass shell chairs, and this will have kind of a 1960s vibe to it. We anticipate that this room will be able to seat about 850 when it's all done and ready to go. And the stage needs to be built out, and it will go out. There'll be a sound booth in the back. There will be roughly 850 seats when we get everything built out. And here's what's cool. Everyone will be close enough that even at 850 seats, which we're gonna use this room at that capacity because that's about what parking can accommodate, what that will allow us to do is to not have what we call image magnification, meaning if you're here, I can make eye contact with you in the entire room, and we don't need to show my big head on the screen. And so should be a more intimate experience. Seating to where people are facing one another. We're going to take the old choir loft and turn that into kind of a fun family seating area. You can see as they've opened up the glass now, we've got a fresh look at Camelback Mountain, which is real historic here in Scottsdale. And we're in the process of really renovating this entire room. So we'll be here for Bible study on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. You're all welcome. We do have children's ministry open for the little kids. We'll have it cleaned up by then. If you want to come help on Saturday with the work party, we've got lots to do and we could use your help. And we're going to be pushing forward, continuing in 1 John this Sunday. On the 17th, we'll have a 9:30 a.m. Bible study. And then on the 24th and 31st of July, we're going to have 2 dry run services. We'll add worship, full kids ministry. Services will be at 9 and 10:45 as we push toward the public launch August 7th, 9 and 10:45 right here in Scottsdale. We'll do baptisms that day as well. We need all hands on deck. Anything you want to give, any way you want to pray, and if you live in the area you want to serve, we'd love to get you connected. Just hit the website, thetrinitychurch.com, and let us know the details. You can hear that construction is underway. And one last thing, I was told that's a couple thousand-year-old piece of wood that dates all the way back to the days of Abraham, and it is the cross here in the building that we'll be relocating on Sunday. So if you're a strong guy with a good back, join us on Sunday, and after our Bible study, you can help us replace that into another location in the building. Lots of work to do. We'll see you on Sunday. Expect a bit of a construction project, but in a month, expect a miracle.